There are times in which athletes simply take it to a whole other level and shock the world. Amidst a breathtaking spectacle of fireworks and solar flares at the Monte Carlo Rally, the drivers still demonstrated unrivaled route knowledge and driving skills.
Long left sharp, very narrow entry, and very tight left, brake right, gold. Into there, dish by right, plus opens, tight, small, sharp, narrow, 30.
In the best assist of the 21st century, Steph Curry did a bounce pass alley-oop to Giannis. A referee showed incredible speed and empathy when he saved a fighter from an illegal kick, after he was already on the ground. It's no secret Kobe Bryant's mental strength was unmatched in the league. Matt Barnes made the rookie mistake of trying to scare Kobe by making a fake pass at his face.
And he fakes the ball. I mean, somebody
In probably the most savage press conference in the history of sports, Conor McGregor was facing the featherweight champion at the time, Jose Aldo, in his home country. McGregor wasn't welcomed by the Brazilian fans in the city of Rio de Janeiro, and he had a savage comeback.
I own this town. I own Rio de Janeiro. So for him to say he is the king and I am the joker, if this was a different time, I would invade his favela on horseback and kill anyone that was not fit to walk. But we are in a new time, so I'll whoop his ass in July.
What happened during the Mosconi Cup is almost unexplainable, proving sometimes even the laws of physics can't keep up with David Al-Qaed's game.
Look at this, Michael. It came straight out of the pocket. Straight out of the back of the pocket.
That is absolutely incredible.
Michael Harris deservedly topped #1 for best U.S. League goal when he did an incredible powerful bicycle kick after a throw-in.
the box. Ball comes down, setting up a bicycle kick, and it's in! Unbelievable from OKC Energy!
Canelo won a fight before it even began when Caleb Plant lost his cool and went for a slap during the press conference. Little did he know that Canelo is just as focused outside the ring as he is inside.
I'm just gonna say something. You're not on my level, and you will see November 6th. You're not gonna find out. I promise you. Thank you everybody. See you November 6th.
During an intense badminton rally, one of the players tried a Hail Mary attempt at hitting the birdie. During the EHF Champions League final, a penalty shot took a wild turn when the handball player outsmarted the wall defense in an unexpected side jump. People say there are weight classes for a reason, and despite this being true in most cases, there are times in which experience outshines weight difference. Akebono is a professional sumo wrestler who weighs upwards of 500 pounds, who faced former kickboxing heavyweight champion Remy Bonjasky. Akebono weathered the champ's punches and kicks pretty well, considering it was clear that the kickboxer's game plan was to keep the distance. But as the rounds went on, Akebono could be seen visibly tired, taking deep breaths and succumbing to a head kick. At the Diving World Cup 2021, 5 teams were battling for a spot at the Olympics, and this Canadian duo secured their spot with this incredible dive.
You would be good on this to nail it. That's good. Best by far. That's a terrific finish. In real time. Terrific. And certainly good enough for Canada to go over.
Wilfred Leon is a Cuban-Polish professional player who currently holds the fastest serve in the world, having reached a speed of 85.7 miles per hour. And well, at those speeds there are few people who can return the ball, and he's currently ranked as the best volleyball player in the world.
Oh, I didn't say. Well, they were. Oh, Leo with an A serve.
If a kicker is kicking from behind the line, a defensive player cannot run into or rough the kicker, or otherwise it's a foul. In a very strange-looking 200 IQ way to avoid the foul, Cam Brown held the kicker. During a post-game interview, Patrick Beverley told an ESPN producer that she could not ask questions, since she was not subscribed to his podcast.
I'm sorry, before I finish. You subscribe to my pod?
Do I subscribe to? I do not.
So you can't interview me then. No disrespect.
Well, Jamal is here.
You subscribe? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
These games, y'all have been able to kind of get over that hump, or maybe.
This actually cost him a ban from any future guest appearances on any ESPN shows. Not sure how she reacted fast enough, but the Japanese team's libero made a crazy save after a brutal spike. A 9-darter is the equivalent of a hole-in-one, but for darts. Luke Litterler became the second player to ever hit at the World Series, and he's only 16 years old.
Nathan said I was in a real tough game, but this is unbelievable.
Oh, it's on. It's on. And the first leg of the match. Brilliant from Luke Litterler. And his World Series debut. He got through the game yesterday. He's hit
a jaw-dropping Game 7 finale. Kawhi had the most insane buzzer beater with less than a second remaining.
Is this the dagger?
After being punched by a super heavyweight boxer in the face on accident, the referee simply shrugged it off like it was nothing.
I don't talk, she was going to get him with a counter left hook.
Oh, fair play. Barely blinked.
I told you.
Yeah, you were right.
In short track speed skating, just a small mistake can cause a competitor to lose their chance of winning. Li Jianro, against all odds, took the gold medal home, despite being initially dead last, but all the other racers tripped.
As the skaters approach the end of the first...
Zeb Powell is one of the most unorthodox but incredible snowboarders of all time. Even though it doesn't look like he's in control of his body, somehow when it looks like he failed to land, he just pops back up. What if someone told you that the greatest catch in baseball history might have been made by a ball girl?
It's going to be. Oh, it's caught! It's not Jake Wald. That's the ball girl. Jake Wald in left field. Can't believe it. Let's look at that replay. Oh my! What an amazing play.
This at the time was the fastest bobsled record, achieving a speed of 95 miles per hour on the track. And considering how dangerous Olympic sledding is, it's terrifying to watch.
Latvians have had a steady program for the past 4 or 5 years.
The fact, maybe it was Segul there, that they had that track. They've got so many good pilots from Latvia. And I guess what happens is you get a good Latvian pilot and all the other athletes want to follow him.
Wow, look at the crowd on hand here as they rocket around at 153 kilometers an hour.
In order to increase distance for a throw-in, some footballers opt for a flip throw-in that not only catches opposing teams off guard, but it also allows players to generate more power. At a Northern Iowa versus Drake match, Zoe Mahone made an incredible throw-in that got past the goalkeeper, who touched the ball, making it a goal. One would think that Rod Tang heals himself every time he's punched. After LeBron James tripped, he made the most out of it with a self alley-oop.
James threw it off the backboard and dunks it home.
Because he tripped and couldn't get a normal shot up. You're right. He just threw it at the...
This is widely considered by many Nadal's greatest shot in his career. It is also incredible to see his speed on clay. When a footballer was pretending to be injured, the Polish player magically healed him with a small kick that hurt his ego. At the 2015 European Games in Baku, the Polish athlete had a close call when attempting a difficult maneuver, but thanks to the quick reaction of a nearby spotter, the athlete was able to make a safe landing without getting injured.
Either going left to right, not sideways. On our screens, and that was a very brave.
When Marquez lost control and was going to go over the track limit, he made an amazing save.
Superman from Marc Marquez. He looked like he was going over the front, and somehow he stays on. Gives the guy a cake. Absolutely brilliant.
At the Junior Championships, Michelle Janicki absolutely smoked all the other hurdlers.
Coming out well was Janicki of Australia. She has that lead now. Just on the inside, coming well to Romero and Goodberger. But you're Australian. Jellicoe still has that lead. She's far away from the rest of the field, falling through his wang in second. But
Despite the average top speed of a footballer being around 11 miles per hour, Timothy Ream definitely topped that in the heat of the game.
Donovan's got an empty net. Can he get it there? Donovan! Cleared by Ream.
McCann took puck handling to another level when he flipped the puck 6 times on air before shooting a goal.
Out of the air and on goal. Drieger able to make the save.
And he was flipping that puck on his stick. I think it was 5-6 times as he went through the middle of the ice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then that was something incredible.
An intense moment in a MotoGP race happened when one of the racers' bike gave up in the last lap, and once he got out of the bike, he already was in the 9th place. And well, the only way he wouldn't get eliminated was if he was in the top 15.
The man, isn't it? The push-up bike of that poor old Johan Zarco. Scott Redding, the Smith, in front of his teammate Paul Espargaro and Alvaro Bautista in 12th. Zarco, I think Zarco. He's done it. He's picked up a single World Championship point, I think. Yes, he has.
At the Rubik's Cube World Cup, there were 2 twins competing to get into the finals. And in a 1 in a million coincidence, the difference in time was 0.001 seconds.
They're both messed up so bad.
Noah Niles broke a 26-year record when he ran the fastest 200 meter in American history at 19.31 seconds.
Look at the way that Noah Lyles came into the home straight. Now Arian Knighton's trying to catch Kenny Benerick. Here comes Van Berlijn. It's Noah Lyles, 1932.
At the Portuguese GP, there was a mysterious piece of a bike missing that no one knew who it was. With only 2.8 seconds remaining, and a heroic out-of-bounds steal, Taj Gibson secured a spot for one of the best buzzer beaters in NBA history.
He got it! What a shot by Taj Gibson!
Emmanuel Augustus perhaps had one of the most unorthodox styles in boxing, to the point that his technique was referred to as the drunken style, and Floyd Mayweather even rated him as his trickiest opponent he faced. And well, one can easily see why. Medvedev made a miracle volley so good that he had to apologize to his opponent.
I thought he made it. Did he make it? A miracle from Medvedev. Be on the highlights reel.
Ippon is the highest level of score that can be awarded during a judo match. So much so that once an Ippon is scored, the match is over. During the 2015 Toronto Finals, the Canadian team did a miracle save.
Marshall trying to track it down, gets his foot on it. Canada saves it. What an amazing recovery.
After a dramatic throw that missed, Luka Doncic still managed to drop a dime while sitting down.
To Luka, the pass from his hand bottoms.
In perhaps one of the coldest golf moments, Tiger Woods celebrates right after the putt before the ball goes in.
Is it firm enough? Yes, it is.
LeBron James made an incredibly clean no-look pass that fooled the entire Lakers team. What looked like was a free throw straight to the goalkeeper's hands had a wild turn.
Hij gaat door de muur en hij vliegt erin. Toornstra, maar weer eens is hij belangrijk. Deze valt er niet af te keuren. Feyenoord.
With incredible leap in full extension, an outfielder made a heroic catch. I'm not 100% sure if this would be considered a foul tip, but I can't imagine how terrifying a 95 miles per hour ball going straight towards your face, mask or not.
And I'm gonna keep my eye.
With the delivery speeds in cricket being able to reach speeds of 100 miles per hour, one would think this happens more often.
That is as rare as you'll see.
One can train and train to make fights as perfect as possible in your mind, but sometimes in karate, committing too much on a kick can leave you exposed for a counter shot.
Has knocked out Di Castaneda with a brilliant serve.
Man.
Victoria Azarenka is a professional tennis player that has held the ranking as #1 in singles for 51 weeks straight back in 2012. But her reputation was taking a hit for losing her cool during matches.
Dobrý servis na kříž, jenže pak další chyba. Už dále hrát nebude moci. Ano, to je ono. Potvrdila.
This was the first and last person to do this at the Olympics or any high-level international sporting competitions. The move was coined the dead loop, and it was banned shortly after Olga Korbut performed it, since a lot can go wrong in such a complicated stunt. In an incredible display of athleticism, Darnell Washington hurdles another player. Ryan Garcia is a boxer known for his incredible speed and knockout power, with 19 of his 23 wins being by knockout. But when met with the heavyweight MMA fighter in boxes Francis Ngannou, his power didn't seem to be working. This man from Germany has the nickname Hammer Hands for a reason, having the world record for breaking 68 bats in 1 minute. It is truly a testament to the finely tuned coordination between muscles, tendons, and ligaments in the hands. There's an Egyptian goalkeeper named Mahmoud God that is able to make himself basically fly on the field, resulting in one of the most epic saves in the sport. Just as the score was going to be called out for Roddick, Federer managed to make a shot that defied science.
Incredibile, ma vero. Cosa posso fare se no?
At the Golden Roof Challenge in Austria, it started pouring rain. With pole vaulters needing a stable and consistent surface to run and plant their poles, tournaments usually get postponed if anything gets wet. But for some reason, this tournament still went on, and it's hilarious to see the pole vaulters' reaction when they land.
Whoa.
What approach? No, yes. Very easy. And another.
This is the world's highest Taekwondo kick that took place in France. Pascal Gentile was able to do a front snap kick that went up to twice his height.
Alors, est-ce qu'il peut? Pascal, j'ai quand même une question.
Mac McClung was awarded as the winner of the 2023 Slam Dunk Contest with his amazing performance. He even managed to make a 540-degree spin windmill dunk.
It is a wrap. It is a wrap. He knows. Won me over, Matt. I'm going to say this. Matt McClung.
Ola Miroslav is the real-life Spider-Man, being the fastest speed climber in the world. After being dazed from a flurry of punches that gave his opponent a KO win, the fighter managed to get up to keep fighting, but thought the referee was the opponent. Thankfully, the ref had skills of his own. Weighing in at 12,000 pounds, monster trucks being able to do backflips are a great display of engineering.
Backflip wrap, he is up and perfectly executed for Charlie Hawken and Gravedigger White.
This has been called the impossible free kick that marked history in the sport. The curvature of the ball after the kick combined with the incredibly long run-up made for a goal like none other.
In an accuracy, watch this. Starts way wide of the goal. That's 2-3 yards wide and just clips the inside of the post. That is quite a magnificent free kick.
Shot putting and hurdling are very different sports, but when Belgium's hurdler got a last-minute injury, shot putter Jolien Boomquo stepped in as a replacement. And even though she ended 20 seconds behind the winner, it still counts as valuable points for the team.
And she put on her own Instagram today, hashtag this is not a joke, I am going to run the 100-meter hurdles for my team. It's all about the team points.
Thankfully, there were no injuries, but Morgan Riley decided to cross-check Ridley Greig after he taunted his team with a slap shot on an empty net. This resulted in a 5-game suspension for Riley.
In the middle of it.
Lerd Silla is a kickboxer who has a crazy Matrix-looking-like ability to slip through punches and kicks, which very few fighters in history were able to pull off. And well, he even held a 100-fight win streak. This is a Taekwondo professional doing a 720 spinning kick, breaking 4 plywoods with one move. At the Diving World Series 2020 in Montreal, of the teams managed to perform an incredible somersault dive doing 4 rolls.
8.5 and two 8.5s for synchronization. 78.72.
During the last seconds of a fencing match, when the player was losing by just 1 point, he did a last-second attempt of tying the match. During a tennis match, one of the players lost her cool and completely destroyed her racket. At the 2017 NBA Slam Dunk Contest, Robinson III dunked over the mascot and a cheerleader, which earned him a perfect score of 50.
رائع جلاد روبنسون بالثالث وعلى الأكيد سيفوز باللقب وعلى الأكيد 15.
Okay, not sure if this player's trying to fake an injury or fake a heart problem, but the referee got a little upset about the obvious acting and gave him a yellow card. Nicolino Loche is often cited as the best defensive boxer of all time, who was known as the Untouchable because very few boxers ever landed a clean punch on him, and had a welterweight champion refuse to continue the fight out of frustration due to his inability to connect punches. And well, he retired with 117 wins and only 4 losses. Okay, not sure if this is against the rules, but one team's penalty strategy was to distract the goalkeeper and then go for the goal. During a football game in a kind of Hail Mary attempt, a player made a 50-yard throw, which was intercepted by the other team. But in a 1 in a million moment, it bounced right to the hands of Mike Tomas, making it a touchdown. At the Red Bull Cliff Diving Series, Gary Hunn made the hardest dive in the world that included a front 3 somersaults and 4.5 twists.
70,000 fans gathered around. The front triple with 4.5 twists is a dive I've been working on for 2.5 years now. I brainstormed with my friend Jack Clulo in Southampton, and we came up with the idea, and since then I've been working on it. And,
the average reaction time of an F1 driver being approximately 0.2 seconds, drivers train their brains to keep up with the speed of the car and require lightning-fast reflexes. This is an F1 driver reaction test. In order to score a point in fencing, you have to hit your opponent's target with your blade, and a strategy used by some professional fencers is the back flick, in which they usually jump and touch the opponent's back. At the IndyCar Grand Prix 2022, racer Colton Herta pulled off an unbelievable save to keep his car with slick tires pointing the right direction on a damp track, and it's one of the longest drifts in a high downforce car.
Everything he could do all the way on the lock stops, there was nothing left for Colton Herta to do to keep that car pointing straight. Look at that!
Never have I seen an IndyCar slide that far sideways in the wet on slicks without something bad happening. Amazing stuff from Herta.
That's absolutely incredible.
The goals of death diving is to hold a pose for as long as possible before hitting the water. In 2018, Miriam Hamburg became the first woman champion in the competition. Under 6 feet tall, Kador Ziani is a former basketball player who was able to make some of the most spectacular dunks in basketball history. During women's all-around finals, first-place winner Simone Biles made an amazing save. A legendary moment in the sport of puissance happened when the horse Sunshine did a world record and jumped the 6'11" Great Wall.
Yes!
One of the most known track and field events is long jump, which combines speed and strength in an attempt to leap as far as possible. And wind assistance can be tricky, especially the world record distances are so close. This was the previous world record long jump at an insane jump of 28 feet.
Oh my goodness! Wow, what is TJ?
This 1000 IQ play worked perfectly for the Brazilian team. During the first open weight bout in an MMA fight, one of the fighters attempted a crazy move. With only 1.4 seconds remaining, the Oklahoman Thunders managed to tie the game only for Deconte Graham to counter with a 3/4 court buzzer beater. In probably one of the most genius plays in football, Ronaldinho took the ball right from the goalkeeper. Even though disc golf wasn't a very known sport a few years ago, it's become more known in the recent years, with disc golfer Ricky Wysocki signing a $4 million contract thanks to his incredible ability to make putts that don't seem possible.
On whether or not he's going to run that. Exactly.
Ricky! At the Nike Football Rating Championships, USC receiver Josh Imortabebe was able to achieve a 47.1-inch jump without any run-up. Okay, not sure how this happened, but boxer Jarrett Hurd managed to make a higher score than Deontay Wilder in the punching machine during a live show, despite them having an 80-plus pound weight difference.
35. Left-handed C.
Going.
Oh.
Come on.
Deontay, you should have gone with the right.
This is Stephen Curry making history by shooting a three-pointer and breaking the record of most three-pointers made by a player in NBA history.
It's good! There it is! Stephen Curry! The all-time three-point king in the NBA!
In 2014, Wayne Rooney scored a sensational half-field wonder goal, which left the entire crowd in disbelief. Okay, this is a moment that was very criticized by rugby union fans, and quite understandably. What's happening is that basically England and Argentina stopped playing when they realized that they'll both make the playoffs and advance in the tournament if no one else scored. But it was at the cost of the Canadian team. So both teams agreed to stop playing, so they both advanced, and Canada's out.
Argentina don't mind either, because they'll be in the quarterfinals on points difference as it stands, so they're okay with this too.
In a pre-game warm-up Warriors vs Mavericks, Steph Curry didn't miss a single shot. During the fourth quarter of the East Semis Game 1, the crowd went wild when Giannis did an alley-oop to himself. A legendary moment happened when Nigeria's goalkeeper touched Lionel Messi to check if he's human. In Europe's Strongest Man contest, the Latvia contestant took first place in the Power Stairs competition, in which they take 551 pounds up 3 steps of stairs. This is perhaps one of the most amazing saves in MotoGP that even included a wheelie. At 57 years old, Mike Tyson has been retired since 2005. Without including an exhibition fight against Roy Jones Jr. in 2020. So when he announced he was going to be fighting YouTuber turned pro boxer Jake Paul, fans were concerned. But since then, Tyson has been posting his training videos and he looks as terrifying as ever. At LSU Tigers' senior event, Livy Dunn earned a solid 9.850 on bars, followed by a nearly flawless 9.975 on beam, after making a perfect dismount. But she really closed the show with a dynamic routine that earned her a 9.850, giving her a near-perfect score that cemented the Tigers' undefeated home streak for the first time since 2018.
LSU wins comfortably.
Okay, maybe not that much of a boss moment, but a strange one. After James Harden passed the ball to Kawhi Leonard for a three-pointer, he proceeded to try and block it, and got frustrated for some reason. Not everyone can experience a miraculous quick recovery on live TV. Anthony Davis showed next-level skills when he did a monster dunk over 7'4" Victor Wembanyama.
Big fella!
just look what he does. He just back, bump, 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 bump. You know, as he gets stronger, a little bit more.
Most contortionists are born with unusually flexible spines and other joints, and with constant training they're able to perfect their craft and do things that don't seem physically possible. Here's contortionist Sophie Dossi doing an incredible performance.